Michelle Ferreri's terrifying vlog. Yep, this spot right here. I was shooting a Fitness Friday. I went to get subs for everybody to eat because, you know, you're hungry. 3 kids, I leave them with my husband. I'm standing at the Subway counter checking out. I get a text. I can't find Marcello. Marcello, the little one, the 5-year-old, the wanderer. This is the kid that we used to have to put the lock on the door for. Panic mode. So what do you do? What do you not do? When do you call police? When do you go out on social media? What do you do? There's a plan, there's a system. Constable John McLeod has some answers. Take a listen. I wanted to scream his name. I wanted to go, Marcello, Marcello. And somebody said to me, maybe you shouldn't say his name in case if he did get kidnapped, now that perpetrator or that kidnapper knows his name. What do you think about that?
Well, that's what you always set up with your child, is stranger awareness. If they realize that they know what to look out for, and you set up that plan in place that you have, first of all, if you want to call them by name, they know, or you have a code name. You have a code word that you set out, and they know when that code word is mentioned, that means themselves. So you're not really yelling out their name or anything like that. You can have that code word to use.
It's interesting. Okay, so I went into panic mode, and I wanted to block off the entrances right away when he went missing. What should be my plan of attack? Say we didn't have a meeting place, and we didn't have all these plans in place. That's why I'm talking to you. What should have been my plan of attack there?
First thing is look around your surroundings, because 9 times out of 10 that child's probably going to be in the immediate area where you are, because when you get into a mode like that, it's tunnel vision that takes place.
Yeah.
And your child could be just wandering off, looking off of the flowers over there. When you saw them just to your right, they could be to your left. You know, so you just look around your immediate area first of all.
So here, just to recap, we want to have a meeting place. We want to tell the kids to look for an official. So if we're going to Canada's Wonderland or we're going to some park, look for somebody who's official, but always go back to the meeting place. Siblings, you think they're a big component in all this?
Very much so, because 9 times out of 10, if you're going to team up with somebody, you're going to be with an older sibling. Let them know if they do have a brother or sister that's a wanderer. Don't let them leave. Keep an eye on them. I know you might be focused on wanting to get to the next ride or wanting to go to the next event, but make sure that your first priority as an older brother or an older sister is your younger brother or your sister that you're taking with you.
What's the story you have about your brother? I love that story.
Yeah, I still remember it being at the Toronto X, and I was out with my brother, older brother. He's 4 years older, and he wandered off. He left me alone, and I was standing looking, because I was always focused on looking at the different events, and I was focused on that event, and he wandered off, and I turned around and he wasn't there anymore, and I just remember the sheer terror of being alone. And he wasn't a few more steps away from me, but still the fact is that just that whole focus of the sheer terror of being left alone.
When is it to the point where I need to call the police if my child wandered off and they're missing?
Anytime, any moment that you feel that you're just totally out of sorts and you don't know where to be, then you can call us.
My son, you're going to go and give him a big talking to, right?
Sure, certainly.
Thank you so much, and happy Police Week. And great tips from John. Thank you. Have a plan, have a meeting place. I love it. I'm going to put it in place. What happened to Marcello that day? Raced back here from Subway, parked on an angle, started yelling, I have a missing child. I said what he was wearing, I said what he had on, and luckily the 2 people that we were with that day were like, Michelle, we found him. He had wandered back to where I had parked the van. So he's never gonna get lost again because he was terrified, I was terrified, his brother and sister were really helpful, and poor dad, the guy on the other side of the camera. How are you feeling?
Awful.
Yeah, but he's okay. We're okay. So stay safe this summer and have a meeting place. Thanks for watching MichelleFerreri.com.